Manchester United 4, Chelsea 0. Frank Lampard's first official Chelsea game, and this is how it panned out. Mistakes on mistakes on mistakes. Let's just get into it. Look, welcome to the Kafka's View. I'm brutally honest. I'm not going to have this bias against Lampard because he's a former legend. I don't care whether it's Sarri, whether it's Lampard, whether it's good hitting, whether it's Antonio Conte. If you're doing mistakes, I'm going to pull you up on it. And you know what? Frank made mistakes today. Welcome to the Kafka's View. Let's get into the game. Let's go through the team lineup straight away. Lineups came out. Zuma and Christensen started, as we all expected. Kovacic and Jorginho in the pivot. That got me very worried. And then the big news. Christian Pulisic gets dropped for the first game for Ross Barkley on the left wing. My issue is simple. If you're going to play Ross, play him in his best position. The position he's been flourishing in pre-season. Why are you playing him on that left-hand side? You know he's trash. He is trash. I'm sorry. I can't jump on this bandwagon. Oh, Ross is a good player because he's had a few good games. He's not good. Pedro on the other wing has been absolutely pants, apart from that scorpion kick. Absolutely pants. And he still starts in front of Pulisic. Someone explain that to me. Look, at the end of the day, as a manager, you live and die by your decisions. You drop Pulisic for Barkley and Pedro. I don't like that. And it went terribly wrong. Pedro had one of his worst games for Chelsea I've ever seen. That's not being reactionary. That is facts. You can't argue with me. Pedro was absolutely pants. Like, there's no other words to describe it. Look, I'm not very happy right now. I'm not going to lie to you. If you made it this far, do me a favor. At least subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Let's hit 20 likes and make a positive out of a terrible day. Because even if we do hit 20, I'm still going to be pissed off. But let's continue with the video, because I know you're going to do it. And comment below as well. Was it stupid of Lampard to start Barkley and Pedro over Pulisic? Tell me. It started well. Tammy took a pot shot from far out, hit the post. Everyone got gassed. Everyone was like jumping up and down. Let's pop some champagnes. We're going to be well. Tammy hit the post. Look, it wasn't a clear-cut opportunity. It was a lucky swerve, create your own move, shoot. That's literally what it was. And you know what? Tammy had a good game. I'm not hating on him. He had a decent game because I know what he is. You don't want to tell me he's a number 9 at Chelsea. He's not a number 9 at Chelsea. He is a B-Tech striker. And this is what we need to expect from him. So, if he performs like this, I'll be like, okay, you had a good game. You had a decent game. I'm judging you by the standards you have set for yourself. So, Tammy had a decent game. I'm not going to hate on him. As a manager, you need to know your players. Simple as that. You need to know what they can do and what they can't do. One thing we know about Kurt Zuma, he can't play under pressure on the ball. He's not very good with his feet. Give him time and space, he's very good. But when it comes down to the intricate stuff, he's just not very good. And that's facts. You can't argue with me. I'm dead serious about that. You can't. You can't tell me he's a very good player. And it was evident. He's nervous. He's rash. He's overthinking everything. In the first, I think, 15 minutes, he played it unexcusably. And he goes straight to Martial. Martial takes a shot. That's not because he's a bad player. That's because he's extra nervous and he's overthinking what he's meant to be doing. He's uncomfortable in the situation he's placed in. So, what happens? Pedro gives the ball away because he had a world-class game. Doesn't run back. Next thing you know, Rashford's going through. Rashford's running through. Zuma, instead of standing up and kayaking him, slowing him down, dives in rash because he's uncomfortable. He's nervous. We've got such a high line. He's got pacing behind him. All of a sudden, he's nervous. He's been overthinking the whole game. Emotions are high. He's fuming out here. And most importantly, I'm having, Luis wouldn't have done that. Bro, how many times has Luis done nonsense like that? Let's be honest, man. Don't do that, okay? Now jump on that Luis bandwagon because he's gone. Luis wouldn't have done that. Luis has done that numerous occasions and pissed me off. Zuma had a bad game today. He's not a bad player before anyone says anything. He's not. He's a bad, uncomfortable situation. He's in an uncomfortable situation right now and he needs to learn to adapt or we need to replace him. It's simple as that. The second goal, Martial puts him up 2-0. This second goal really, really irritated me because Zuma doesn't get tight enough. Zuma doesn't get tight enough to Pereira. Pereira knocks it past him because he's got time and space. Delivers a beautiful ball in. Christensen's with Rashford. He's occupied. And you have the man, Aspilicueta, falling asleep. Martial nips in front of him. Terrible terrible defending. And everyone's like, where was Christensen? What's Christensen meant to do there? He needs to keep Rashford occupied or it's a free finish. Aspie is not covering. Martial is unmarked basically 3 yards out. He's a killer. He's a stone-faced killer. And he doesn't miss chances like that. Thank you very much, Aspilicueta. I'm getting on to you right now. We've all read the book of Mice and Men. Simple as that. We know the 2 characters, George and Lenny. George is Frank Lampard and Lenny is Aspilicueta. It's simple as that. Lenny is a liability, exactly like Aspilicueta. How long are we going to put up with Aspilicueta being a liability for? Look, I've seen this script many times. The same thing happened with Ivanovic. He got picked on a regular basis. I remember when Zaha destroyed him, Montero destroyed him, and he still wouldn't get dropped. Do we need to go through with that with Aspilicueta to the point where we can't stand him as a fan base and his legacy gets tarnished on a weekly basis? Frank needs to act, and Frank needs to act soon. I'm very happy to see him say that Reece James is going to be an important player for us this year because he needs to drop Dave. What happened today was manslaughter. He got destroyed publicly. This was unacceptable what occurred to him. He was victimized. Third goal is the most telling one for me. Aspilicueta clearly steps behind Rashford. He can't cover. As a right back, as a modern day right back, as a right back playing for an expansive team, the way you are supposed to play is you need to have pace to recover just in case shit goes down. And he doesn't have that. If you don't have that, you need to have positioning. He clearly didn't have that on that occasion. Pogba, delicious ball over the top, takes everyone out of the game apart from Aspilicueta because he's falling asleep. He's the only person that can impact it. Rashford buries it instinctively because that's what Rashford is very good at. Instinctive finishes. 3-0, game done. All that dominance we had in the upcoming game for the 60 minutes, erased. And you know why? Because they're clinical. And you know why? Because we're trash at finishing. And it's going to be the same old season if we keep playing Aspilicueta at right. Aspi for the 4th goal. No man's land. Pogba ran around it. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Pogba bullied him. Pogba victimized him. Pogba humiliated him. Pogba literally told him, listen, I'm your daddy, bruv. That's what he told him. And it's simple as that. It was literally simple as that. He played the ball to James, lucky deflection of Emerson, and it went in. But that was so telling, that whole maneuver, the 10 seconds, what Pogba did to him. Athleticism, gone. Ability to recover, gone. Positioning, gone. He's exposed. He doesn't need to play anymore. All in all, Frank, know your players. Frank, make sure you pick the right players to play the games. Look, Mount had a very good game. I appreciate that. Jorginho was showing us a lot of good promising things. But you need to understand, Pedro, Aspi, they're gonna be your downfall. Do not be loyal to these players. They don't deserve your loyalty. Otherwise, I'm going to have to treat you the same way I treated Sarri. And you know what? Sarri didn't let me down with the style of play. He had a plan. I could see what we're going. With this, I don't see. We're too open. We're way too open when we play these teams. Man United's let us come on to them and wanted to hit us on the break. Because in the counter attack, they will destroy us. We don't recover. We need Kante playing ASAP. I don't want to be fully negative. I don't. There were really good positives to come out this game. Christensen and Emerson, they really impressed me. Mason Mount, really good performance. Jorginho knocking the ball around, very good. Kovacic was good as well. For 60 minutes we were in this game. But let's not kid ourselves. This isn't a good Manchester United team. And they made us look very naive in the way we approached this game. They picked us off and bullied us. The 4-0 scoreline is harsh. But we weren't unlucky because we didn't take our chances and they did. And that's the bottom line. I don't want to hear it. This is the Kafka's view, guys. You get the hard truths. A lot of you might not like this, but Frank needs to sharpen himself up. It's simple as that. Look, guys, it's as simple as this. This wasn't our best team and this wasn't our worst team. Some of these players showed they're good enough for this club. There's Ruben to come back, Callum, Reece, and it's not fair that we're going to dictate them and depend on them to get us out of this shit. Rudiger's going to come back, but in my opinion, Rudiger's just as bad as Zuma. This, like, Rudiger could have a performance like this as well. I can see him do that. Williams coming back. We all know what Williams made of. The main one for me is Kante. Kante needs to walk back into this team. We have Liverpool on Wednesday, and I'm dreading it. I'm absolutely dreading it. If you made it this far, the video is about to end. Make sure you subscribe because you clearly enjoyed it if you're still watching to this point. Like the video, cheer me up a little bit, and see you next time on Wednesday night, man. I hope we don't lose that game this badly. Peace.